Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Geography with Joy. This is Subhalakshmi back again with another interesting topic of geography. Friends, in this series of video, we will discuss about mineral and energy resources. Today's video is the introductory part of the series. I hope it will be helpful to you and enjoyable too. If you like, please subscribe my channel and like and share my video. Don't forget to put your comment as well. This is how we can connect to each other. Then, without much delay, let's start the discussion now. Today's topic is mineral resources, and the outline of the topic is introduction to the topic, classification of mineral resources, characteristics and properties of minerals, distribution of minerals in India, and at the end, importance of mineral resources in the economy and in our diet. Let's discuss it in detail now. Mineral resources. What is a mineral? A mineral is a naturally occurring inorganic substance with a definite chemical composition. It is an aggregate of two or more than two elements. Each mineral has a different crystal form and distinctive qualities of color and hardness. Minerals are the most valuable natural resources, and most of the minerals are associated with igneous and metamorphic rocks. Minerals generally occur in the Earth's crust. It is extracted in the form of ore, then processed and used for various purposes. Nearly 2,000 minerals have been identified so far. Have a look at this picture. These are raw and unpolished lazurite mineral stones. The most abundant mineral elements of the earth as a whole are iron, silicon, magnesium, nickel, sulfur, and calcium. The most abundant mineral elements of the crust are silicon, aluminium, iron, magnesium, calcium, potassium, and sodium. The Earth's crust contains more of silicon and aluminium, whereas the Earth as a whole contains more of iron, silica, and magnesium. Mineral resources are more or less fixed in quantities, and therefore they are known as exhaustible resources. Much of the industrial development in any country depends upon the mineral resources. Today, the social and economic development of a country depends on its capacity to utilize its mineral resources. India is endowed with a rich variety of mineral resources due to its varied geological structure. There may be one more question in your mind, that what is a mineral ore? A rock having a large proportion of a single mineral is called an ore of that mineral. Magnetite, an ore of iron, is an example of such rocks. Mining is an important activity where such ores are found. Have a look at the picture. This is a pure gold ore where gold is mined or extracted from the ore. The grade of ore refers to the concentration of desired material it contains. The value of the metals or minerals an ore contains must be weighed against the cost of extraction to determine whether it is of sufficiently high grade to be worth mining. Metal ores are generally oxides, sulfides, silicates, native metals such as copper, or noble metals such as gold. Ores must be processed to extract the elements of interest from the waste rock. Ore bodies are formed by a variety of geological processes, generally referred to as orogenesis. Can you identify this mineral? This is nitrocalcite, a rare mineral that occurs in arid regions in oxidized copper deposits. It is lightly soluble in water. It's a metallic mineral. Now, the next question is, what are the different types of minerals? Let's classify them. We will go for classification of minerals now. Based on the chemical and physical properties, minerals are broadly classified as metallic minerals and non-metallic minerals. Metallic minerals are the source of metals like iron ore, copper, gold, etc. Metallic minerals are further categorized as ferrous and non-ferrous minerals. Ferrous minerals are those which have iron content like iron ore, manganese, etc. Whereas non-ferrous minerals do not have iron content like copper, bauxite, etc. Non-metallic minerals are either organic or inorganic in origin. Organic non-metallic minerals include fossil fuels or mineral fuels which are derived from the buried plant and animal life such as coal and petroleum. The inorganic non-metallic minerals include mica, limestone, graphite, etc. Metallic minerals are generally found in igneous rocks, whereas non-metallic minerals are found in sedimentary rocks. And these are the basic classifications of minerals. Now, let's discuss about the characteristics of minerals. Minerals are naturally occurring substances. They are inorganic. They are solid. They have definite chemical composition. Minerals have crystalline structure. They are not evenly distributed over space. Minerals have inverse relationship in quality and quantity. That means good quality minerals are less in quantity than low quality minerals. Minerals are exhaustible over time. They take long time to develop geologically and cannot be replenished immediately when needed. Thus, they need to be conserved as they do not have the second crop. Properties of minerals. The properties that help geologists identify a mineral in a rock are color, hardness, luster, crystal forms, density, and cleavage. Crystal form, cleavage, and hardness are determined primarily by the crystal structure at the atomic level, whereas color and density are determined primarily by the chemical composition. Coming to distribution of minerals in India. India is richly endowed with mineral resources. Explorations have found over 20,000 known mineral deposits and recoverable reserves of more than 60 minerals. If India's forest, mineral-bearing areas, regions of tribal habitation, and watersheds are all mapped together, a startling fact emerges. The country's major mineral reserves lie under its richest forest and in the watersheds of its key rivers. These lands are also the homes of India's poorest people, its tribals. Most of the metallic minerals in India occur in the Peninsular Plateau region in the old crystalline rocks. The alluvial plains of North India are almost devoid of economic minerals. These variations in the distribution of minerals exist due to the geological structure, process, and time involved in the formation of minerals. Minerals are generally concentrated in the following belts or regions in India. They are the Northeastern Plateau region, the Central region, the Southwestern Plateau region, the Northwestern region, and other regions. Let's have a brief discussion on it now. The Northeastern Plateau region. This belt covers Chota Nagpur Plateau in Jharkhand, Orissa Plateau, West Bengal, and parts of Chhattisgarh. This region has variety of minerals, for example, iron ore, copper, coal, manganese, bauxite, mica, etc. The Chota Nagpur Plateau is called the storehouse of minerals due to the presence of these minerals in plenty. The region has rich deposits of coal along the river valleys of Damodar, Mahanadi, Son, etc. The Central region. Look at this map. The green area is showing the central belt of the country. This region encompasses parts of Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, and Maharashtra. It is the second largest mineral belt of India. Large deposits of manganese, bauxite, limestone, marble, coal, emerald, mica, iron ore, graphite, etc. are available here. A comprehensive geological survey is still needed to know about the mineral wealth of this belt. The Southwestern Plateau region. This region covers major parts of Karnataka, Goa, and contiguous Tamil Nadu uplands and Kerala. The region is rich in ferrous metals and bauxite. The major mineral resources of this region are iron ore, manganese, and limestone. Kerala has deposits of monazite and thorium and bauxite clay. Goa has deposits of iron ore. The Northwestern Plateau region. This region covers the area of Aravalli in Rajasthan and parts of Gujarat. The major minerals of this region are copper and zinc. Other significant minerals include sandstone, granite and marble, along with gypsum and fuller's art deposits. Dolomite and limestone provide raw material for cement industry. Gujarat is known for its petroleum deposits. The other regions. The Himalayan region is another belt where copper, lead, zinc, cobalt and tungsten are known to occur. They occur on both the eastern and western parts of the region. Upper Brahmaputra Valley is a significant petroleum producing area, whereas Kerala possesses enormous concentration of heavy mineral sands. Mumbai High and Godavari Basin have reserves of oil and natural gas. Let's discuss about the importance of minerals now. Mineral resources are essential to our modern industrial society and they are used everywhere. First, let's discuss about the uses of minerals in our body. Just like vitamins, minerals help our body grow, develop and stay healthy. Calcium gives structure and strength to bones and teeth. It also helps in blood clotting, enzyme function, transfer signals to nervous system. Iron is required in transporting oxygen from lungs to other parts of the body. Zinc plays a major role in the body's immunity. It fights infections and various illnesses. Some minerals are even used to make hormones or maintain a normal heartbeat. Importance of minerals to the society. Adequate supply of minerals are essential for manufacturing, construction, energy requirements, and agriculture, and thus for a sustainable development of a modern economy. Minerals are basic and essential raw materials for construction to develop, maintain, and enhance our built environment and transport infrastructure, for manufacturing industries, for the production of a wide range of industrial and consumer goods, for transportation and electricity generation, for the use in the home, industry, and commercial purposes, and for agriculture to improve the productivity of the soil. It is also used in manufacturing of jewelry, coins, utensils, decorative items, etc. The economic development of a country is influenced by the availability of minerals. Minerals form the base for several large-scale industries. Agriculture too is influenced by the availability of minerals in the form of fertilizers. Friends, that's all for today. I hope you have understood the topic and enjoyed my video too. In my next video, we will discuss about the metallic minerals like iron ore, manganese, bauxite, and copper. Stay connected. Don't forget to subscribe my channel and like and share my video. Thanks for watching. See you again. Till then, take care and have a nice day.